Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't even... The lighting looks fine. No, I'm gonna... Okay. Almost. Hold on. I wasn't expecting it to go straight into my face, so give me a moment. Give me a moment. We got that pulled up. Okay, Greetings, fellow geeks and gamers and sleeps in the day. We're gonna be not playing. We're gonna be doing some art, some character art for my Dewott for an upcoming one shot that Phil is hosting. Ah. This button. 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 I already started some of these before I got all inspired, so let me show you what I've done so far. So here, also, hold on, let me show you. I have done, a different, like, I've drawn him like he looks like as a Pokemon, but I wanted to do it in my art style, so I'm making him more otter-shaped. So his face is a little bit more otter-shaped, and his head is a little bit more otter-shaped, or his body is a little bit more otter-shaped, while still being a Dewott. He's a nerd. He makes up his own names for the moves, so we're using his basic moves are going through. Super disarming charge technique. Full body rush. Aqua shot blast. What is next? Oh, okay. Well, this next move, I mean, the dummy will still be there, but not nearly as important. Pencil, Budak, circle. How does this work? Is that how that works? Get my chat up so I can see it. There we go. What's up, Leaf? Am I in my voice chat? Not that you... Okay. It, like, dropped me right into, stream without doing my countdown timer, so I'm, like, all frazzled. How you doing today, Leaf? Zabina. Nice. Okay, let's see. For deck. What's his mouth look like? Oh, it's... No, it's not fine. I'm gonna fix it. I see a better way to... Oh, wrong button. Pencil. There we go. That kind of gives a better shape. Okay. How far in are you on your Zabina? Nope. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but... Moving on to the waist. I'm trying to remember, Zabina's GN drive's in its waist, right? Not that it's going to be super, it's like on the back of it, but... Oh, I could do that too. We'll do that. Good for you. I hope you have a wonderful art career, Eddie. Isn't Zabina's, it wasn't an important question either, but isn't Zabina's, GN drive in its waist? Or am I thinking of the wrong one? I'm thinking of a different one, okay. Good for you. I hope you have a wonderful art career. If you have any art you want to share, feel free. I don't think I have it set where links are blocked, so feel free to share some of your art. I'd be happy to see it. We love seeing people's art here. Okay. Well, like I said, feel free to share it. I'm happy to see other people's art, so if you have it and you want to share it, feel free. Cool. Well, feel free to share it if you have any that you want to share. Wrong one. There we go. That's what I want. Why would I do that? Oh, wrong one. I do know Tyrone, he is pretty attractive. But I'm happy with my wife. Now, if she ever wanted a threesome, I might have sex with him with her. That would be fun. Wouldn't be the first guy I've had sexual intercourse with. But I don't need all that. I'm happily married. Okay. I definitely know, by the way, if you were children, you couldn't be on here because of how the age restriction works, but, you know, you can have your fun as pranksters. No skin off my back. Okay. 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 What is wrong with you? Are you making some sort of admittance in my channel? That's kind of... maybe we should call some people about you guys. Get you some sort of help. Okay, that's fine. Go. Alright, and what's this one called? Put that in there. Bam. Alright, what does that look like? Water sport. Merge with layer below. Merge with layer below. If I hide this one, does it make a difference? Oh, actually it looks better without it. Okay. I see what I should do though. Go in here real quick. Get this with the white. Ooh, this will work. Save. Export. Okay, what's after that? Focus energy. So that's gonna have a similar sort of thing, but I guess it's more of like a Super Saiyan rah instead of a meditative thing. Okay. What does that body position look like? Okay, so let's see. Oh, shit. There we go. Waterbending otter, yeah. You missed out on the little group of children trying to rile me up, man. It was super cute. They thought they were like edgelords. Super adorable. I did in fact pat them with the band hammer before they said anything that would they started stepping into inappropriate levels. At first they were like, oh yes, your art's worse than AI. I was like, that's cool. If you will have some art you want to share, feel free to share it, you know, super polite. And then they just slowly were like more and more into, they're like, oh, do you cheat on your wife with men? I was like, oh, I mean, I wouldn't cheat on her. If she wanted to do a threesome with some guy, I would. And like, oh, we're children. You can't talk about sex. I'm like, well, if you were children, you couldn't be in my chat, but nice try. And then they started throwing out as close to the word pedophile as possible, but typed with other letters. And I was like, all right, that's a good enough reason for me to ban them now. It was cute watching them try to rile me up, though. I'm definitely easy to rile up, right? Yeah, right? Also, the way they were going around the word, I'm like, do you guys think that the word itself gets you banned from places? What's up?
What's up? That would have been funny. I wish I'd been here. I could have talked shit.
Something about this hand is wrong. What did I do wrong there? I've deleted it.
On the other hand, for what it's worth. I don't know. I've seen you extremely mad once, and it is quite funny when it's not directed at you. When you're not down the barrel of it, it's quite funny.
I mean, I've punched someone in the throat before, so I mean, I'm not gonna act like it's not possible to get me riled up at all, but like, that was someone ignoring when a woman told him no, because he was a little too drunk, and so I punched him in the throat.
Yeah. That's the thing with most people I know. They don't get mad very often, so you have to revel in the moments.
And then there's Tony.
I mean, I said most people.
That's what I said, and then there is.
And then there's Bella. No. He used to have terrible rage issues. I got over it though. It's been a minute since I've had a good freak out. What's up with the punching dummy there? Is it a log stuck through it, or what is that?
Yeah, it's just a super generic punching dummy, and like, it's not even supposed to be highly detailed. It's just to be something for me to aim the attacks at if they aim at an attack, you know.
Gotcha.
But this attack doesn't aim, so it's just gonna sit there off to the side.
Full body rush.
Yeah, so this is for a tabletop I'm playing in, and this character he started reading the mangas that the humans have, and saw the cool special attack moves. So all of his Pokemon attack moves, he has given goofy names.
That's awesome.
Over the top, manga anime names. He's a total weeb and nerd, and I can't wait to play him. And I'll be playing him on the 7th, so just a few days.
I'm trying to think what manga would be like in the Pokemon world. Like, obviously, your Slice of Life manga would have Pokemon in it, but that would just be normal.
Well, we know their superhero stuff has Pokemon. People dress like Pokemon. We do know that.
Do we?
Yeah.
My Pokemon game is not as deep as it should be.
It was referenced in like season 1 or 2 of the original series.
I believe it. But I'm like, would they have their own fictional monsters beyond Pokemon? In some kind of sense.
For sure, without a doubt, they would.
Humans invented Pokemon. Would humans in the Pokemon universe, like, have mangas of their own custom Pokemon? Would they have mangas of completely different monsters, or of weird parallel worlds where Pokemon never existed?
Without a doubt, they definitely would. Now, to what does that mean? Who knows?
Right. Just find stuff like that interesting. People go to the effort to make the lore make sense and things like that. Did you pick Dewott, or was it assigned to you?
I chose Dewott, and it entirely happened because someone in chat that day was talking about Redwall and Taggerung, and I was like, I want to play an otter. I want to be Taggerung. So this is Tagg, the Dewott.
Gotcha.
I'm like, okay, well, one of the
I'll
characters...
assume it's an otter.
Yeah, one of the characters is an otter, and his name is Taggerung, and he goes by the nickname Tagg.
See, I had thought Redwall was about mice, so...
Yes, it's also about mice. It's also about, like, badgers and foxes and a lot of other...
Okay, so most of your vermin get in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Foxes are evil. Most rodents that are not mice are evil. I say that, but voles, moles, and hedgehogs are all good. But, like, weasels and rats and... stoats and voles. No, not voles. I just said that. Stoats, weasels, rats. There's another one. Ferrets. Ferrets are evil.
Interesting.
And like,
I'm surprised you passed up the opportunity to be an Umbreon.
I was originally going to, and then I realized in order to be like a canonical Umbreon, I have to play a very. Oh no, my water's still... Well, I have something to drink. It's just not water, but there's water in energy drinks, so I'll drink that. Cheers. Umbreon would have to be super friendly nice because they evolved through friendship.
You only have to be friendly to one person.
That's true, I suppose, but... And I'm like, not that I dislike being nice, but like, it feels like Umbreon kind of has a little bit more restriction to how you play. It's kind of like playing Absol. Like, Absol has a very defined personality and lore.
And in haircut.
Or like, what's it called? Honedge, no. The second one, Dewblade, there we go. Dewblade has a very specific personality trait of, like, it can't resist trying to kidnap people and steal their souls. And, like, you know.
And that masked Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Does that game make any quality of life changes for Pokemon? Like, say, Umbreon, which is a quadruped, does it have any ability to hold things, or...
no. Yeah, you're still, I mean, you in your mouth, yeah. But we're also being, like, we have a trainer.
Gotcha.
So.
I was thinking, like, playing through as, like, a Scyther would be fun until you had to do anything that required fine motor skills.
But you have a party for that.
Yeah, I guess. You just get to cut motherfuckers. playing as your Pokemon trainer?
The Pokemon in the first one, so I don't know because he hasn't told us exactly this time. But in the first one he ran, the Pokemon trainer was more like a set piece or a plot point. Like they were not present because of things going on.
Gotcha.
So I have no idea how it's going to be because they were like kidnapped in the first one.
Did they get him back?
Yes. And I don't know if we're going to have the same trainer. I feel like if anyone plays the same Pokemon they did the first time, we'll have the same trainer, but so far everyone's been new ones. Including me, because I didn't get to play on the first one.
Whatever happened to your super simplified tabletop RPG?
No one has signed up for it. Phil signed up for it, but it's kind of not fun to play one like that with just one player.
Gotcha. If you get another player, I'll play your fourth if you need me to.
Shoot, I only need 3 even, honestly. But yeah, I'll let you know if I get a second player and Phil's available.
And Phil's interested. Let me know.
Yeah, unfortunately, Saturdays is when Phil has his in-person D&D game, so a lot of times he can't play anymore, which is fair.
Yeah. I just like the idea of that highly simplified gameplay. It sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah, it looks like Kat is a little disappointed that I switched to doing that, but I'm like, this is supposed to be a good place for like new players to start. If you can give them a system where they don't have to learn 20 million rules to start off their character, I think that's a good starting point.
I think it'd be interesting, and you can do very one-shotty things with that system.
Yes.
You can tell just one story.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like you need to build the whole world around it.
Right. Like the first one I have set up is near future. Everyone's on a spaceship going to a resort on several light years away through the new wormhole technology. Near future with wormhole technology, I know sounds insane, but
I mean, it only takes one psychopath.
Sure.
Too much time on his hands in 15 years for it to get out.
And the other tech that's going on there is nuclear pulse engines, which, I mean, we theoretically know how to do. You just need someone who has the resources to do it, so...
I mean, you also can only do that in one direction, right? You run out on the way back.
Yeah. In theory. But there's a place there, so you can refuel. Like, they're going to a resort.
Don't those also have the problem of over-acceleration where you're at, like, 12 Gs?
Only if your mass is too low.
Okay.
But yes, it could. Like with an average shuttle, yes, that's part of the reason we don't use it. But if you're doing a luxury cruise liner, you can probably get away with it.
Yeah. What was it? The Expanse where they use acceleration instead of gravity blades.
Uh-huh.
I was super impressed with that little scientific tidbit.
I like series that take the time to just throw in the fact that a gravity turn is something you do in space travel. Like, it's absolutely unnecessary to mention it, but I just like when they do mention that little detail.
Right. But yeah, if we ever play that, would it just be... Would we make the characters on the day, or would we...
Yeah, either way would be fine. Like, Phil was like, I'm going to play this character.
Very simplified, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with either one. You can come with one prepared, or you can wait. Like, his character, I don't know what his, what's going on his sheet for his traits, but I know he was wanting to play a rich kid who's on this to have his first adventure away from his parents. And he likes to spend all of his parents' monies on mobile gambling games on his phone.
Nice.
Like that's his character, and I'm like, yeah, that makes perfect sense to be on like the first space cruise for a vacation.
It's just spend daddy's money to go somewhere adventurous.
Yeah. And he pitched it to me as a joke, and I'm like, that would actually make sense, honestly, in that sort of scenario. So if you want to commit to it, I'm here for it. And then he committed to it. So
I want to be like secret shopper, but for the staff, like somebody hired by the cruise liner to review staff
sure.
and make sure that things look. So I ostensibly I'm just a regular passenger, but my actual job, what I'm actually there for, is to keep an eye and see how the staff are doing and be an arc.
Yeah, you've got a notepad in your bedroom.
Yeah, I've got a drawing pad, and it looks like I'm just drawing, but you know, I'm actually figuring out who did what and where we can improve for our, you know, super rich clientele. We want to make sure that they're not finding issue with our work. With anybody who represents us. So I could either be officially or like a contractor, somebody who that's their job. Though. So
Right.
There's a secret shopper kind of person.
Right, right.
I don't know how that would be useful in any way, but it'd be interesting to see if the staff mark makes it through.
Yeah, and obviously something's going to happen. It is an adventure after all. And my only rule for him, I was like, remember, it is an adventure, so I don't have any qualms with you playing this character, but remember, you are making an adventurer.
Right. Even if his is more theoretical. So
Yeah.
I've read too much manga.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they don't have to be good at adventuring. They just have to actually want to be part of the story.
Yeah. They have to be people who are involved in moving the story, not just body number 6.
Yeah. You know, I've only ever had one person try to play the overly reluctant hero where I was just like, you know what, fine, don't play your character. And that was Donnie, of all people.
That sounds like something you do.
He loves making characters. He never likes to play his fucking characters.
That's why DMing is so fun. You can make all the characters you want, and you only ever have to play them once. Unless you make a cute goblin side character, then you have to keep playing him.
No, you just you assign him to one of your players.
Yeah, you can do that too. Works better with kobolds, though. Funny thing is, you assigned him to you, so it didn't change anything.
Yeah. No, I just mean in general, like, that's the way you deal with that, is if you don't want to roleplay them, you just assign them to someone.
The one I had problems with was a goblin. He wasn't a chieftain, but he was like, he led a warband that took over a small tavern.
I saw...
Kind of did. He was legitimately running it.
Sure.
Bed and breakfast. And they kept going back there because they were obsessed with this goblin running a bed and breakfast. It was in riffs. Like, these guys could do anything, and they're like, we need to go back and sleep here. You guys are going to drive 400 miles the wrong direction to stay at the stupid inn rather than just sleep. Alright, whatever.
Listen, sometimes you just know the best bed is over here.
They love that guy.
There was one of the online real plays I watched. They had a moment where there was a goblin character like that, right? And at one point, near the very end, the DM says, okay, your character has been stolen away into a rift to oblivion, because it was a Skyrim-based one. And he's gone. And they're like, DM, you can't do that. And he's like, no, he's gone. And they're like, well, the MacGuffin you gave us, well, I don't even remember what the item was, is inside the goblin. We all knew you were going to do this, so we made him swallow it.
That's one way to do it. Guess you guys lose. But yeah. I also had a dude take vengeance against one goblin like 7 generations in a row because he hated this fucker. was like his first time ever playing D&D, first, second. Like, he hadn't played very much.
Uh-huh.
And he threatened this goblin to go do something. And the goblin's like, yeah, I'll go do it. I'll go get the thing and bring it back. And they just let the goblin walk off unsupervised. And then he never came back because obviously they were like super personally offended that this goblin left and just never came back. So once they figured out who he was, because they did eventually track him down, I kept putting his grandkids in future installments. And just kept killing them.
I guess I did have well, I won't say I had a reluctant character. I had a reluctant character moment thinking of all this stuff. Here's this. Do it.
I've had characters act reluctant before.
Hey, mine was like, here's this optional mine we're going into. It's definitely a death trap. Yeah, I'm not going in there. Everyone else goes in, everyone dies, they get mad at me, and I'm like, the DM, I think you were DMing, literally told us it was a death trap. Why did you guys decide to go in there?
Was that your blind samurai?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I remember that. The funny thing was, they got forced in there, but they turned around and went back in there after you guys had made it to the escape point. Because they were like, huh, there's something clearly left down there. I'm like, well, yeah, there's stuff down there, but it's gonna get you killed. They didn't listen.
I mean, you know, that goblin, every single one, Thomas invoked the curse.
Yep, he sure did.
I
He had to deal with that, I'm sure. But his corpse didn't.
I still don't know why they were, like, upset that I was like, nah, I'm not going into this situation. Like, obviously, I'm not going into this situation. What are you guys talking about?
And the other thing was, your characters had known each other for like a week at that point. It's not like you owed them anything to go back and try and save them.
Right.
You're like, we were free. All you idiots had to do was follow me. Literally follow the blind guy and you get out of this alive. But they didn't.
Nope.
They were. Was it me and Donnie who survived the TPK where they got in like the spider web? Because I forgot they had a panther web.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember.
I know it wasn't Thomas because Thomas had the panther and he thought that. But my character just didn't want to be inside. He was a druid. He went outside. They found the thing and didn't bother to tell me.
I know Lawrence was in there because he turned into a dragon.
Yep.
He found the scroll and turned into a dragon.
And I think LJ was the one with the sword too, the one that got in there.
Maybe?
I don't remember. I only remember that character from me. I legitimately think it might have actually been Richie who was outside with me. Because I think his character was like super lawful or something. He didn't want to steal. So he went outside.
I still love him playing the perfect druid of a cleric of Farhagen without knowing anything about Farhagen.
Couldn't tell you. You couldn't even pronounce the guy's name. Funny though.
Yeah.
He was also like a very dedicated follower of that guy.
He did everything the right way.
He was all about travel and all that kind of stuff. Did a lot of weird characters.
There it is.
Campaign that quite possibly got the furthest off the rails we ever got was the Were Crocodile pirate that was leading us.
Good times.
My character he got eaten by a Leviathan, but before that happened, he was complicit in a lot of stuff that was very borderline. For his typing, because he was an Avenger, whatever it was called, the homebrew assassin that was lawful instead of evil.
Mm-hmm. I still remember playing in Thomas's campaign when he was DM, and he went out of his way to kill me whenever I made a character that was strong, like the characters he makes all the time.
Right.
Like, he always went out of his way to try to break encounters, and I was okay with it, and then I went and did it to him because everyone was struggling, and he's like, nope, you have to die. I'm just like, what? Why?
It's a sign of a very bad DM, so they don't understand how to handle stuff like that.
Or the other one that got me, which one time, the one where he just outright was like, no, you have to die because you're too strong. I'm like, all right, you could have asked me to not play a character like this instead of just killing him, you know. Anyways, that's the one where I stopped playing with him afterward. Playing with him as DM. I'll play with him as a player, but I'm not going to play if he's DMing. But the other one that made me really mad was we were playing Star Wars. I don't remember if it was Star Wars D20 or Star Wars the role-playing game. It was one of the two. But importantly, he wanted everything to need a skill check, even like looking up the menu on the extranet of a restaurant. And I'm just like, why? And he's like, one part where it's like, we're gonna move down this hallway. It's 0 Gs. We have 0 G, like the handles on the walls to do it. And it's like, I'm gonna grab that and go down the wall. He's like, make a skill check. I'm like, for what? He says, to see if you can move down the wall. I'm like, oh, but I'm using the handle. He's like, make a skill check. It's very hard. And I'm like, you know, because now that I've said that, it definitely was the role playing, not D20, because he told me it was very hard.
Edge of the Empire, right?
Yeah. And I'm just like, what? No, like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, but I'm not going to. I'm not playing with you after this. Is what I thought immediately. Like, and no one else did play him with that system again. I'm just like, I get it. You try to break stuff, so you're trying to make stuff for other people to try to break. Like, you have a bit of a player versus DM mentality, which can be fun. Not an edge. Yeah, there was. I don't know.
It literally says in there not to make skill checks for mundane tasks.
Right.
It says if you have. I don't remember the exact rules. I don't want to grab the source book, but it's like if they have ample time and supplies, there's no need to make a check.
Yeah.
Unless the first failure would be dangerous, like rigging an explosive or something.
Right. It's like my. Oh, gone.
But even then, it's like you should make it easier because they're not under any stress. They're not going to make an obvious mistake.
Yeah.
They're not rushing. And obviously, every time you add stress or you add something that's going wrong, or
yeah. Oh, and that's the other thing. He could have been like, "Oh, I make a check because the ship's being bombarded, so it's shaking." And I would be like, "Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. That's what, you know, like he could have given me a reason." Yeah. Give me a reason, and then I just realized I screwed up those pictures. He's supposed to have whiskers.
Whiskers.
That's okay. It's easy to fix it. You just go in here and draw whiskers.
Add whiskers. But yeah, I don't know. I love Edge of the Empire. It's a fun game system.
Oh my gosh, we're getting raided by the Puma. You like how I called it out before the raid showed up because I heard her raiding me? Because I was in her stream. How was Mass Effect, friend? Also, if anyone needs to take care of yourself, please do. Self-care is underrated. If you need to get a snack, get a drink, go to the bathroom, or go to bed because it's late, please take care of yourself.
Speaking of which, I do need to go to bed. I'll talk to you
Alrighty.
later.
Night, friend.
Night.
I rated myself. What am I doing? What tomorrow?
Playing Borderlands tomorrow.
Yeah, we're playing Borderlands tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I rated myself. That is correct. I'm in my own raid chat now. Anyways, how are you, my friend? went in there, and then I went and took care of wifey after making food, and I didn't come back and actually chat. So how are you, my dear friend Puma? And since you still haven't changed your name, you are Puma. I know you don't mind either way, but you until you change your name, you're Puma, or I'll call you by your real name. Achievement unlocked. Hell yeah. I've been in raids on myself all the time because I always watch other people's stuff. Best Poomer, yes. Best Boomer. Oh man, that sounds like Boomer. You're not that old. I'm playing in a Pokemon one-shot this Saturday. And so I'm just drawing a bunch of stuff for my character, by the way. Again, I will also at random just want to call you by your first name. And I don't know why. Because I don't call you by your first name in person. But for whatever reason online, I'm like, oh yes, that's my friend. I'm going to call her by her name. I guess so. The only times I see you in person is at the Renaissance Festival. And then you are a character there. You are not my friend. Well, you're my friend. You're not just the human. Oh my gosh, I think we're about to be raided a second time. Alright. You're both. It is a duality, and you do get, you do have the, since you're a stage act, you do get that sort of, what's the word I want to use? Grace? You get that sort of, you are allowed to do that, which is a nice thing. Oh, I say that, but I guess I did mention it last time. I probably call you by your real name so much because of Ed and Kim, because they called you and Laura by you know what, I don't know why I called her by her first name. She's not here to give me permission. Ignore that. Anyone who doesn't know who I'm talking about, you still don't know. Anyone who does, please ignore that I said that until I get permission to call her that. That's true. That's true. All three of the names I said. I still don't like that I said it without getting, consent to do so. Like, do I think any of them would have an issue with me calling them by name? No. But that's not the point, right? The internet is like a world full of fays. You have to get permission to use people's names. I know I've asked, and I know you've given me permission at least at one time, but if I call you by your real name, will that bother you? Just because I've had permission doesn't mean I have permission. I want to make sure. I will mostly call you Puma, but... Also, did you ask your chat today what sort of emotes they want? I know, I'm just bombing you with questions. Sure. Perfect. Good, 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 good. Yeah, and obviously I don't want to call you it here. I'm not trying to dox anyone. And since you're here, it would be a lot easier for people to figure out who you are if I did. Sorry, I'm looking at references now for what I'm doing. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to be in a tabletop RPG of Pokemon, playing as Tagg, the Dewott, and as such, I am drawing him doing his goofy special attacks because the character I've created was once owned by a trainer who was really into manga, and he read the trainer's manga and really got into it. So he does goofy special attacks. No, that doesn't work right. Oh, there it is. I knew he was coming. It just took a little longer than it said. Welcome in, Geeks and Gamers! I hope you had fun watching the manga at work. At Take a Chill Phil. Anyone in my chat who doesn't know Phil, please check him out. He's an amazing friend, a little bit of an artist, a little bit of a gamer, a little bit of an absolute amazing time to hang out with. So go check him out. Let me close that so I don't hear myself echoing. Phil, you haven't been here this whole time. Let me do my normal thing. Welcome in, Geeks and Gamers. Self-care is underrated. Please, if you need to take care of yourself, go do so. Get yourself food, because I know you guys have Gyudon coming up. I don't know how close you are to having that done, but I know you guys are about to have your Gyudon. So if you need to run, go ahead and do that, Phil. But food, water, sleep, anything like that, please take care of yourself. I will show you, though. I have done a lot. I have decided to go in a more semi-realistic otter shape instead of Dewott shape for drawing that. Gyudon. For this art. With his goofy fake names for the moves on top of it. You know me and my spell effects, so all of my things have different crazy spell effects on it. And we're currently working on the Scalchop Slash. I need to fix that one. I just realized. I forgot the most important part of the character. Can't forget his favorite favorite stone. It's important. Save. Export. What was I gonna say to you, Phil? Oh. Dragonborn's looking goofy. I think you're over concerned about it. I know that was quite a bit earlier in your stream, but I think you're overly concerned with it. If as long as it looks, yes, with the yep, exactly. I think as long as it looks like what you want it to look like, people will be drawn to it because it looks how it's supposed to for your world. Even if it's based in D&D, it doesn't matter. It's your D&D is. It sure has source materials, but everyone has their own... In the same realm of everyone has their own theology, even if they're part of an organized religion. Everyone has their own I can't say the stupid word. They have ideas of what things look like, of their own. And that's fair. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying you should be more worried about it looking good to you and not as worried about is it going to look goofy, because I promise you, as long as it's looking good to you and it's consistent, it's going to look fine. The biggest thing is it has to be consistent throughout your work. So I mean, don't get too not that's not to say don't think about it at all, but like don't get too in your head about it. As long as it's consistent, that's going to be the most important thing. Let's see. No, he's going to be... So his back leg should be doing this to match with that. Yep. Take your time. Clean this up. Oh. Beautiful. Will that clean it up just a little so it doesn't look quite as square? Yeah. There we go. Oh, and I forgot this little doohickey. Alright, let's get our dark gray. Oh, try that again. There we go. Barrow seed escaped. Wrong. This one. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's get this done first. Get some of this in here. Nope, not that one. This is the one I want. Yep, this is the one I want. Nope. It is the one I wanted. It doesn't look as good here. Ooh. How do I want to do that? Right, I need to look at my reference again. How are these blades done? They have a very solid outline. And then, okay, I can do this. I see how it's done. And then the inside is all different. And same here. Darker color here. Yeah. Oh, right. Go. And we're gonna go in and make that all fancy here in a moment. First, let's get our shell itself looking right. I haven't done his paw on the side. That's okay. Do 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 do. Okay, and now we do some of these textures. I'm going to just shortcut trying to make this look like water. Oh, that actually might be exactly what I need. That's a little too much. Okay. Scale this down a lot. That'll work. Oh, yeah, that'll work really good. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, that works. Let me just go back to our normal brushes. Arrow seed. Okay. Bill? Nope. I missed something. Did that fix it? It did. Kind of lost in it right now, guys. I apologize if I'm not paying enough attention to chat. I'm just really kind of lost in my drawing. We're chowing down anyway, that's fair. I hope the good one's good. I'm sure it is. My dinner, we had a honey cream chicken pasta. With broccoli as a veggie. Slowpoke appeared. I think as a joke they should leave Slowpoke in chat longer. So the honey we have that I use is creamed honey infused with jalapeno. It's so good. We get it from an apiary that comes to our Renaissance Festival every year. Rourke, Oklahoma, I think is their location. Great people, too. Always love to see them every year. Plus, some of our friends work for them while they're here. Yeah, yeah. Well, it helps that the Muskogee Renaissance Festival and the Kansas City Renaissance Festival have like exchange days where they send people from each other's troops to the other, and so they get to make those connections further away when it comes to like individual shops and stuff. So it helps for things like that. And then of course, if you're traveling like that, you have more customers. You can grow your apiary so your bees can be happier, and the more bees that we keep around, the better the environment is. And boy, do they have a bunch. Puma plays at a bunch of different Renaissance festivals around the country. I don't know if she's been to, I mean, I know she's been to, no, she was there this year. She told me that earlier. She went there this year. We have a friend who's a juggler that we go and see. Brian is his real name. Bob, the Incredible Juggler. On social medias, he goes by both, so that's the reason I'm giving both names. And he travels the whole circuit. Ad break! Oh no! Oh wait, everyone subscribed that's been chatting, so no worries. I'll just keep chatting through the ad break when it pops up. I've got a downside to my YouTube showing up more frequently, by the way. We got some trolls in here that we ignored for the most part until they started saying stuff that, you know, we don't allow. It's kind of weird to go into someone's chat and immediately be like, oh, ho, 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 AI, ho, 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 ho. Ho 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 ho, pedophilia. I'm just like, what is wrong with you kids? Earlier I had, right, it was funny because it was between everyone talking on Twitch. So I was in here with just my YouTube chat, and there were kids, I don't know of what age, claiming to be 8, but you know, they can't be in my chat if they're 8 because of how YouTube works. So if they are 8, then they're breaking the rules. God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I wanted to do. But anyways, and they were trying to start up trouble. And of course, you know me, I'm just ignoring them for the most part, or telling them to feel free to share their art or whatever. Until they started saying stuff that was a little too inappropriate and they got themselves banned. The downside of my YouTube showing, my streams on YouTube showing up more often is I get people like that in here on occasion. Yeah. And again, they were in here, they're like, ho ho, your art's worse than AI, ho ho ho. And I'm like, okay. My art's better than yours. Okay, go ahead and share it. You know me. I'm not gonna... And then eventually they started being like, oh, you cheat on your wife. I was like, alright, I don't know what you guys are going on about now. What are you just trying to, like, desperately rile me up? Because, like, you just look like dumb children at the moment. And then they started saying stuff about pedophilia, and I'm like, alright, you guys are a little bit beyond what's okay. You got to go. Yeah, it was weird. Oh, I almost did it again. Luckily, again, I can just add it now. It doesn't hurt anything. He has to have his whiskers. And his lucky stone. Yeah, it was weird. Ryan said he wished he had been in here so he could have fucked with them, and I'm like, you know, whatever. There we go. There's the rest of the dude. Yeah. I was just gonna leave them be and let them wear themselves out until they started being inappropriate, and then I banned them. I was like, I mean, because they weren't saying anything that offended me. And so I was like, whatever, you guys. You can be your little ridiculous selves. It's fine, but I actually kind of want to fix something here. That's not even necessary. But I want to do it, so we're going to. There we go. Just make it look a little more like a transparent object. I don't know about all of that, Phil. That's starting to push towards legal ramifications. I still think it's funny that the things are in canon in the Pokédex called Scalchops. So the scallop choppers are canonically called Scalchops for the razor shell and whatnot. Still think it's goofy. Yeah, yep. Like in the Pokédex, that's what it's called, is the Scalchops. Dewott. The Discipline Pokemon. Discipline Pokemon? I think that's right. Dewott Pokédex entry. Cerebi, here we go. This should have the Pokédex entry, I believe. Maybe not. Pokédex entry. General. Yeah, the Discipline Pokemon. Strict training is how it learns its flowing double Scalchop technique. Scalchop techniques differ from one Dewott to another. Dewott has a stern and studious personality. It masters the use of its Scalchops through dedicated, repeated training. Very cute. I mean, how can you not? Ooh, big pop. Oh, interesting. I thought Fury Cutter on Dewott would still be done with the Scalchops, but apparently Fury Cutter is just done with its little claws it has. Like, in all the animations, its Fury Cutter is done with its little claws. Okay. My fellow Americans. I just kind of thought it would use its, shell for more than just razor shell. I'm gonna do like an uppercut for this one. An uppercut slash. The fuck? Gritting his teeth. Oh, that does surprise me. Okay, I misread that. So you're in the same boat as me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, another raid's coming? So many raids today, guys. So make sure we show Udon some love when he gets in here. No. We like Udon. We like Udon. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Geeks and Gamers. Let's get this shout out done. Bam! How was it? How was the gaming? I saw you and Ash doing the thing, the boss fights. That was fun to watch. I'm sorry that the queue was so awful, and I'm sorry that you're kind of feeling meh. But I'm glad you guys got through that at least. How goes? I think it's funny, I've raided into myself 3 times with other people. Mecha Break. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. Yeah, if I say Ash, by the way, that's Duo. I should ask, because I was asking just earlier, are you okay with me saying... yeah, Raidception indeed. With calling you Ash, or would you rather me just call you Duo? Because I definitely don't want to... If you don't want to be called that, I don't want to call you by that name if you don't want to, especially here online. You can blame, we can blame Cat for me referring to them by their Hi, Rinkaiku. It's whatever. Okay, cool. By the way, welcome in, Geeks and Gamers. Self-care is underrated. I say this every time, but I hope you guys know. Take care of yourselves. Streamer comes after you take care of yourself. So if you guys need to get a drink, if you need to get a snack, if you need to go to bed, please do. I know Udon was just talking about needing to go to bed, so please go take care of yourself. What is happening with what? There was a lot of different things, but... I'm blaming Cat for me referring to Duo as Ash because I was made aware of who they were in comparison or in reference to who they are in real life. That's what I'm trying to say. I know we've met before in real life, and so I was calling them by their name instead of by the thing, and I blame Cat for it. And take no responsibility for my own actions. How you doing, Rikaiku? Listen, there have been non-combat Gundams multiple times. One in China, one in Korea, like 3 in Japan at this point. Gundams exist, they're just not functional Gundams. There's a difference. And that's only as far as we know. They might be functional and we just don't know it. Never know. That's awesome. Whoa, that is... I got, a tiny arm there at first. No, man, I can't get this the right size. Could just do this, I guess. You're too sober for this shit. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Anyone who's still stuck around? Like I said, I'm at Sleeps in the Day, variety streamer who mostly does role-playing games. We're doing some art today for a tabletop role-playing game we'll be doing this Saturday with Bill. I'll be playing Tagg, the Dewott, a young, manga-enjoying otter Pokemon who has an extravagance for naming his moves. Funny names like they do in mangas. Over the top, like Dark Dimension / number 3 style move names. They're all unoriginal and kind of goofy, and I can't wait to play him. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's been a lot of fun to just kind of draw. Again, it's a slightly more realistic shape. I'm not going to say it's a realistic Pokemon design. Like, I'm not going for full realism. But the body shape is more of a realistic otter than what you get out of Dewott, which is mostly the head. Actually, Dewott's body is not too bad. It's mostly realistic there. Its head, though, is not. And so we've made this more of a realistic otter-shaped head. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the Scowl Chops. I need to do that real quick. I guess I really only need to do the one on this side, but still, I need to do it. There we go. I just realized I had that over where you guys couldn't see it very well, so let me make sure it's centered towards the left a little, where I normally draw anyways. I was just slowly migrating right for some reason. Moochum, gross. I shouldn't gross someone's So that's someone's favorite Pokemon out there. I think when they did the quiz, the survey, there was only like 3 Pokemon that didn't have at least one person listed as their favorite. Now there were some that were way more popular than others, like Pikachu and Charizard. But there was only, I think it was 3 that had 0. Now we've had more Pokemon since that survey. Who knows if anyone says the Dung Beetle's their favorite? They might though. Some people might really like Dung Beetles. I can't even remember what that one's called. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet really. And I hope I'm right as to which gen that's in, because otherwise I'm going to look like an idiot saying that. Sure. Also, I will say, as much as I don't like Pikachu, Pikachu isn't a bad design. There is a reason it tested well and ended up as the mascot. And everyone loves Charizard because oh my gosh, you like Leggy Starmie. I also haven't played Zaw, so I don't have any reference to like anything besides the stills of it. I haven't even seen it animated yet. I love Raichu, by the way. I don't like Pikachu or Pichu, and I don't know why. I can't even explain to you why. But I love Raichu. I love that Raichu now has Mega Forms, even if I think they're kind of dumb. But I will say, one of them straight up looks like a creation of mine. I've shown it before, that I made years ago for a competition. So, you know, clearly stealing from me, right? He says with a sarcastic chuckle. Raichu, surfing Raichu, Alolan Raichu. I do like Alolan Raichu. I don't even like spiky ear Pichu, like the rare random one that no one actually has. I don't remember which Raichu's which. I think X is the one that looks like the one I had designed forever ago. Merge down. Merge down. Merge down. How the fuck did it move there? Okay, anyways. Jolteon's a great electric type. I think in Gen 1, I'd say Jolteon is my favorite as well, yeah. Dude, I wonder if I still have that picture. I did a what is your favorite of each typing at one point. We could just do one of those. Gen 1. Oh, it does it by gen? Interesting. This is a fun little thing. Do the corgi thing where I randomly just in the middle of everything start doing a tier list style thing. Yeah, I definitely was a Jolteon truther here. Dugong, Primate, Arbok, Nidoking. I don't care if that's basic. Psychic. I didn't really like any of the psychics is the problem here. Like, I did not like any of the Gen 1 psychics. We'll say Slowbro's the best, though. Scyther, easy. Rhydon. No, that's not right. It's definitely Kabutops. Haunter's better than Gengar. Fight me if you want. Dragonair is better than Dragonite. Fight me if you want. There's no Dark, no Steel, no Fairy. I don't care if it says that there's Dark, Steel, and Fairy. They didn't exist. My favorite starter, of course, is the Bulbasaur. Gimmick forms aren't real. Favorite legendary, easily Zapdos. Favorite Pokemon in Gen 1 all together. Man, there's a lot of ones here that I really like, but as a kid, it was always Scyther. Executor, that's fair. No, I said I was. This also isn't a tier list either. Burret, one of the best rodents, one of the best opening route rodents. Also, I don't know. I love the Dodrio line so much. Houndoom. Kingdra. What is a gimmick for? Mega. So the Megas, the Gigamax, they didn't exist for this generation. We have them now, but they didn't exist at the time. If I had to choose one, I guess I would say Mega Venusaur. We can go ahead and fill these in, I guess. Magneton. And there's still no Darks. I don't care if it says there's Darks, there's no Darks. Gen 2 Grass type. I am absolutely a fan of Blossom. Electric type. Ice type. Oh, Sneasel. I don't know. This is one of those ones where I didn't like any of this generation's fighters, really. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily, when I say rodent, I'm not, I mean, I guess is a ferret a rodent? But I wasn't necessarily meaning a literal rodent. I was meaning, the role of the first route rodent. Like, that role. Kind of like how there's also the first route bird in every generation. That's what I was meaning. I mean, to be fair, it only had 3 fighting types, period. Murkrow, Espeon, Sizzle, Shuckle, because we don't fuckle a Shuckle. Skarmory. Okay. Granbull's really good. Favorite starter is Meganium. If I have to choose a gimmick from this one, I don't know. The only one I ever used was Mega Houndoom. Raikou. My favorite Gen 2 is my favorite Pokemon, period. Wah, ba, ba. Like the Rattata. Yeah, the Rattata, the Bidoof. Because, like, Bidoof's a beaver. It's not a literal rodent either, but it fills the role of that. Oh, yeah. Why is Purple Kecleon? It's just its own thing. Okay. Linoon. Big fan of Linoon. Ooh, yeah. What do I like? Oh, Crawdont. Oh, I'm taking this back. Kingler. Kingler is the one that reigns supreme. Are they? I didn't realize they were. Shiftry. I guess Glalie. I don't like any of the ices in Gen 3 though. Oh, Medicham. Seviper. Flygon. What's my favorite flying from this gen? Probably Altaria. Probably. Psychic. I don't know, I've always really been a fan of Grumpig's design. I don't know that it's ever been, like, a viable Pokemon, but I love what it looks like. Beautifly for sure. Crabs all the way down, yeah. Rock type. I have a few options here that I like. Surprisingly, I like multiple. I'm gonna say Nosepass though. I really like the gimmick of a Compass Pokemon. Sableye, notice that was an immediate pick. Dragon, I don't like any of the dragons. I guess Flygon's the best. Any of the like Grounded Dragon or whatever. Nah. Mightyena, great choice. Mawile, one of my favorites. Mawile again, one of my favorites. Favorite starter, I guess Trico. I'm not a big fan of these starters immediately. Like, I don't hate them like some of the others. I'm just kind of meh towards them. Mega Mawile. That's fair. Aerith's not bad. Like I said, there are multiple really good ones. Favorite legendary from this generation? This is the point where I don't like legendaries anymore, by the way. Like, I just stopped liking legendaries at a certain point. Mawile. We'll call it Mega Mawile, even though I don't really think of that as a Gen 3. I love Mega Mawile. Gen 4! We have to go with Bibarel. Fire type. I like Magmortar. That's a good one. I immediately went for Empoleon, so I'm gonna say Empoleon. Yeah, we'll say Empoleon. Favorite grass from this generation is Leafeon. Favorite electric? Lucasray. Glaceon. Fighty. I love Toxicroak. Toxicroak is such a good design. Poison type. We love a good skunk. Ground type. So, Gliscor. Flying. We have to get the Honchkrow in there. Love me some Honchkrow. What are we on? Psychic. Again, not a big fan of most of the Psychics. I actually like Bronzong better than Bronzor. Bronzor better than Bronzong. I said that backwards. Vespiquen, great bug design. Love Vespiquen. What do we have for rocks? Oh, yeah. Bastiodon? Hell yeah. Mismagius. Boosted Gen 4, I already liked a lot. That's fair. Dragons. I don't like any of the dragons. Ooh, this one's got a lot of really good ones. It's actually hard for me to choose a dark type from this generation. We didn't give Spiritomb his love earlier, so we'll put that there. Steel type. Again, I love... Oh, no. Oh, no. We gotta get our Probopass in here. I guess Togekiss. My favorite starter, Empoleon. My favorite gimmick. I didn't even know Staraptor got a gimmick. That's crazy looking. I guess Gallade. Favorite legendary. Again, I don't like most of them. I guess we'll go with Giratina. And then my favorite Pokemon from this generation. I actually have a few. I have to narrow this down mentally. I think it's Bastiodon from that gen. I love Bastiodon. Like, I think he's such a good design. What's 5? What was in 5? Oh, yes. I don't know which one I like best. I love... What the hell am I looking at here? Monica. Huh? What the hell is that? Anyways, I love Sawsbuck. I don't know which Sawsbuck I like the most. We'll say it's spring. Fire types. There's some good ones in this one. I like Heatmore a lot, though. Oh, yeah. Baby! Favorite water starter, Oshawott. I don't know who Monica is. I don't remember that. We'll just throw in another form of the Sawsbuck, because I love Sawsbuck. That's definitely going to be my favorite in this generation, unless there's something that I forgot about. Garvantula. Ooh, I hate all of the ice from this gen. I guess Cryogonal's the best, though. There's another person. Black Belt as a person. Do you get to beat up people and I don't remember it? Totodile. Totodile's a decent one. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Excadrill. Okay, I may be wrong. Excadrill is probably my favorite from this generation. I forgot he was this generation. There's my Archaeopteryx, too. This generation had some bangers in it that I just don't remember. Sharna. Anything that catches me off guard here. Ooh, Durant. Gigalith's actually a pretty cool design, but Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx. Billurk. I do like Hydreigon. Liepard is such a good design, but Bisharp, baby. Man, this one has a lot of bangers that I just forgot were in this generation. Scragnificent, yeah. No, it's not Scragnificent. Scrafty into what? Scraggy? No, Scrafty is the evolved form. What's the first form called? Scraggy. Okay, I had them backwards. I guess Mega Audino. Favorite legendary from this one is probably Virizion. Oshawott. No. Man, this one really had a bunch of bangers in it. We'll go with Archaeopteryx. Gen 6. I love Gen 6. I love Gen 6. Which is my favorite Furfrou? I think I like just basic Furfrou. That's fair. My favorite fire starter right there, Delphox. I love the Delphox line. Launcher was a great design. Man, I do like Chestnut, but like Go-Goat, right? Like Go-Goat. What's better than Go-Goat? The Dene is a great Pikachu clone. Aurelius is a great Pokemon. Pancham, or Pangoro, I mean. Dragalachi's great. Really? There's only two new ground for that generation? That's crazy. Where are we flying? Ooh, no, Hawlucha is a great design. Zoroark, that was up here. For the darks. And that's a fine one. Like, nothing wrong with Zoroark. You've not played 6? I love 6. 6 is so good. 6 is amazing. Bug. I'm not picking a Mega for the bugs. We'll go with Vivillon. Where's the Pokeball Vivillon? There it is. Rock. Aurelio. Ghost. I'm not an Aegislash fan, but I love Doublade. Like, I don't like when it evolves. What is this? Dragons? Dragalge. Dark. Ooh, I've got a few choices here, but I think I would go with Malamar. And Steel, we'll go back with the Doublade. Fairy type. Floette is so good, or Florges is so good. I like the basic Florges. Starter. What gimmick did I like from this one? I liked a few of them, but I think I have to go with my favorite period, which is Mega Mawile. Favorite legendary, I guess it's Xerneas. And my favorite from this generation, it's gotta be, well, it's gotta be Delphox, because I love Delphox. Delphox is such a great design. But yeah, Gen 6 is my, I would say, so I have this huge soft spot for Gen 2. Gen 2 is still my favorite. After Gen 2, it's Gen 6. And I think Gen 6 is the best game, even if it's not my favorite game. I think it is the most well-written. I think it has the most story. I think mechanically it's interesting. I think 6 is the best, even if it's not my favorite. I don't really remember Gen 7. I don't know if I tried to play Gen 7 and could never get through it. I barely make it anywhere in Gen 7 because I would start and then I would just hate it and stop playing it. I wanted to. I bought the second one thinking I would like it and not knowing that it was literally just the same game again. Glisopod's a great Pokemon. It's hilarious. Alright, I do love Alolan Executor. Of course we have Alolan Raichu. Alolan Ninetales. I forgot Ninetales' name for a moment there. That's kind of embarrassing. Nope, I want first generation there, or first state there. Stuffle. Poison, I guess the Slandile's alright. Ooh, Mudstale's a great ground type. Beautiful design. Flying! Trumpeak's fine. I don't know, actually I like Pikipek better. What's this, fighting? Psychic. Oranguru. I don't like any of them, but I'll say Oranguru is the best. Bug, Vikavolt. Great design. Love Vikavolt. I guess Alolan Golem. Mimikyu's a good ghost. What is this category? Dragon? Uh, there's a steel. I guess Sand Slash. Fairy. My favorite starter from this one, it's gotta be my Flame Cat, but I'm not a big fan of this generation's. Oh, I guess the alt forms could be considered gimmicks. Wait, isn't he a ghost? Did I miss him? Hold on. I did. Alola Marowak. I literally don't like any of the legendaries in this one. I think they're all... Zorora is a freaking... I didn't even know Zorora was a legendary. I think Mudsdale is probably my favorite from that generation. Gen 8 Sword and Shield. It's got another one with some pretty good designs in it, honestly. I'm gonna say Weird Ear for my favorite normal there. What's this one called? Scorch. There we go. Water. I don't like most of the waters. I guess Crawdont, Dreadnought. I mean Crawdont. What the heck? Grass type, man, some good designs at grass. I think I like the Flapple best. Yamper for electric. I will not be answering questions. I don't like any of the ice. Not a bit. I guess Snom. I love Surfetched. Surfetched is great. Beautiful design. No notes. Galarian Slowbro. Love it. Sandaconda. Great design. Corviknight. Hell yeah. Obviously, I like the crow. That's not a surprise, I'm sure. Weird Ear again. Weird Ear is a good psychic. Bug, Scorch. Oh no, Cleavor. I didn't realize Cleavor was considered Gen 8. It makes sense, I just didn't realize it. Ghosts. I really like Drapion. In fact, Drapion goes here as well. Or Dragapult, not Drapion, Dragapult. Oh man, there's such a good lineup of Darks in Gen 8? 8. Favorite starter, favorite gimmick. Did I miss that? Hold on, where's the fighting? But I like we're gonna put that there. We're gonna put him here as well. Galarian Zapdos. Right, yeah, I agree. But Corviknight, man. Corviknight obviously is my favorite. Big surprise there. Gen 9. Okay, so a little bit thing. I love Oinkologne and the Oinkologne female. And the reason for this is because I have a friend who is obsessed with pigs. And she wears her hair the same way. And so I can't help but think of my friend whenever I see it. And so that makes me happy. I guess that. I'm not big on the fires on this gen. I don't like any of the waters either. I guess Donzo. That one's a good grass type. Oh man, no good electric types. I guess Palmy. You're a fly. Oh no, this is ice. Yeah, I guess you. What's this guy's actual name? It's Annihilate. There we go. Psychic. I do like Graphii. Graphii? I don't know. Bombardier, I guess. That one's okay. Psychic, we love our giraffe because, you know, we gotta rep our beautiful wifey. This thing's neat, the weaving spider. I like that one. Don't like any of the ground types. At all. Ghosts. I do like the tumbleweed. I think that's such a cute idea. What are we on? Dragons? I guess I'll choose this guy. I like him better than the two legendaries. Good dark type. What do we have next? Steel? What's my favorite steel from this generation? I love King Gambit. I love that he got a final form. Fairy. I guess Screamtail, but I don't really like any of the fairies in this generation. Was this Gimmick? Yeah, Gimmick form. I guess I'm gonna say Mega Chestnut. I like Chestnut anyways. He didn't make my favorite, but I do like Chestnut. I don't like any of the legendaries again. All of the legend again, there is a certain point where I just stopped liking legendaries. After Gen 2, I did really like Galarian Zapdos, but yeah, I kind of stopped liking legendaries. I like a lot of the other Pokemon though. I just don't like any of the legendaries at a certain point. I can't even see one here that even kind of makes me go, yeah, that's kind of cute. Like they all just look so ugh. My overall favorite normal type, definitely Dodrio. My overall favorite fire type, Delphox. My overall favorite water type, Samurott. My overall favorite grass type, Venusaur. Electric, gotta go back with Jolteon for sure. Ice, I'm gonna say probably Alolan Ninetales. My favorite fighting is I think Toxicroak. My favorite poison type is easily Arbok. My favorite ground type is comfortably Excadrill. Flying type is Corviknight. Psychic type, Espeon. Bug is... Ooh, I like how I have all three of the Scythers on here. But OG Scyther, favorite bug. Favorite ground, Kabutops. No, it's Bastiodon. It's Bastiodon. Favorite ghost, probably Dewblade. Favorite dragon, I'm going to say is Kingdra, but it's a close one between Kingdra and Hydreigon. Dark, obviously Umbreon. Steel is Mawile. I'm going to save that actually, because I want my Bisharp here and I want my Mawile. Because Bisharp is my second favorite Dark, and I definitely love it amongst Steels. Favorite starter, I like how I put that one as a Bulbasaur instead. Gen 2, I like Gen 2. Like I said, Lugia, Gen 2 I like. It's Gen 3 and beyond that I don't like for legendaries. Favorite gimmick, Mega Mawile. Favorite legendary, definitely Galarian Zapdos. Favorite Pokemon, Umbreon. Oh, it's picking a team for me. Oh, you go in and choose it. Gotcha. Favorite regional bird. So for the longest time, I would have said Spearow, but I love Rookidee in its line. Oh, they call them regional mammals for the starting instead of regional. They don't call them rodents anymore. They call them regional mammals. For it, Arena Centret. Favorite regional bug. I'm gonna say Spinarak. Pseudo legendary. Probably Tyranitar. Pikachu clone. I like Dedenne. Evolution. Umbreon. Bastiodon. Regional form. Galarian Zapdos. Gigantamax. Favorite baby. Ooh. I'm a big fan of Bonsly as a baby. Favorite box legendary. That's a hard choice. I guess Lugia. Favorite mythical. Easily Celebi. Ultra Beast. I don't like the Ultra Beasts. This one. Whatever it's called. The Origami Samurai. Paradox. I guess the Gardevoir Gallade Paradox. Favorite type, Dark. I like how Dark was highlighted. It knew. Favorite Pokeball. Where is it? Luxury Ball. Favorite Villain is the Pokeball. Acremy. I like the basic one. The super basic one. Favorite new Eva. Oh, these. Gotcha. Umbreon. You like the Jet Ball? That's fair. That's a good one. A while. Alright, there's my team. Download the image to see if that looks good. Hell yeah. So there we go. There's our image. Oh, let me pull that back up real quick. In case anyone else wants to do this one, and post it later. Bam! If anyone wants to do it themselves, feel free to post it in chat. I mean in my Discord. And let me know what your favorites are. By generation. It is interesting going through this and seeing some of the ones that I didn't realize were in, like, I kind of forgot they existed in certain generations. So, yeah, anyways. General chat. Let me do this. Oh. Sorry, someone popped into my thing. I was trying to see if they actually got themselves set up. Guess not. That's okay. Upload a file. Favorite Pokemon. Feel free to do your own. Here. Paste. There we go. Now it's in there as well. Okay. Just waiting on Spyro Reignite to download. Hell yeah, that's fun. That's what Questley's playing right now, right? I think so. Did I save this yet? I mean, I saved it. Did I export this yet? I did. Okay, cool. How many more moves do I have? Do I finish today? Well, I need to get the next one done. The rest are, well, no, I have 3 more. We'll do more of this. What's tomorrow? I'm doing Borderlands. Friday I'm doing art. So we'll do more of this on Friday then. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up today. Let's go ahead and raid out. I'm gonna raid Sammy. I haven't raided Sammy in a little bit, and I don't even know what she's playing right now, but I haven't raided Sammy for a little bit. So let's go show Sammy some love. Sammy, where are you, sweet Sammy? There it is. Oh, playing Subnautica, the original one, the first one. Alright! Let's get my face where you can see it. Thank you guys for being part of my evening. Thank you for letting me be part of yours. We got so many hours a day, and you guys chose to spend some or a lot of time with me, and I appreciate you guys for that. Remember, if someone gives you their time, they're giving you a gift. They will only get so many hours, and they gave you some of that time. So never forget that. When you give me your time, I also will try to remember and value every little bit of time you give me. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll be playing Borderlands with Local Dreamer X and Evil Maggot, aka Dreams and Ryan. So, I hope you guys can come in and enjoy that. That being said, I hope to see you guys next time. If not, I understand. Big love, everyone. Bye.